Yep, it's live right now.
Okay, let me see if I can get us live. Is it live tool success the graphics?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. I see it. Hold on. All right. Truth to the people. Expand it. And then share.
All right.
Yep. I got it.
All right.
Yeah. Make this big. So.
Okay, let me.
I can talk to you in the chat. I'm going to go live too. So, when are you guys going to start? I got to start within the next 10 minutes.
All right. Well, I could just probably, what I could do is just, talk about some of the events that's coming up, just to kind of, keep it flowing, and then you could just start whenever you ready, because flowers will come right in where I leave off.
Okay. Let me test this before I go live. Bring you to my page. I got you into mine already. Add me in the stream. And let's see how I got this. Here. I am. You don't see me, do you?
No, I don't.
Yeah, okay. But I see you. So let me just go ahead and see if I can get started and see how it looks. Set this up so that I'll put you on the screen with me.
Okay. Should I mean, do you want me to share screen or no?
I don't know if that'll work or not, because I'm sharing screen with you. I'm sharing your Facebook page to my screen.
Oh, okay. So we'll just do it like that way. We'll just do it that way. As long as it could get shown on your platform. I think that's the most important thing that he wanted to do, is just streaming on your platform. So I don't think he don't mind if he's not on it.
What's your last name again?
Huh?
What's your last name again?
McMorris, MCM ORRIS -Rice RICE.
Okay. I'm gonna hang the phone up.
All right.
Will you be able to hear me though? Let's see. Let's turn my volume down.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
But I'll look.
Okay.
Let me leave the phone on so you can hear me.
Okay.
Let's leave the phone on. So I'm gonna go live right now. And what you can do, if you got got two screens, or you can do, or get another phone to click on to my live stream.
Well, I got my laptop here. So,
I sent Flowers my live stream link. And, okay, click on open your laptop up. And I can send you the link in this, in your comment on your
so you said go on his Facebook?
but I'm gonna go, you can go on my Facebook, or actually I can give you the link to go to home, do it this way. Hold on. I'm putting it over in your chat.
Okay. Let me see. And so you will see, yeah,
Screensaver right now, right?
yeah.
introduction, friend of the wife, Anthony. First of all, how are you doing?
Just having a little bit of technical difficulties right here, just trying to get everything perfect. You know how we do it. We try to make everything perfect, but doing good. And just waiting for everybody to come along so we can start this powerful conversation. the mic. All right, sorry about that, guys. We're just waiting for Al Flowers. We have Al McFarlane actually streaming it on his social media platform. And sorry about the technical difficulties. We actually got everything crammed in about 10 minutes. But what we're really trying to do is we're trying to spread the word about youth empowerment, youth leadership. This youth summit is the first annual youth summit. We spent about 2.5 months in preparation, talking and reaching out to all type of community leaders, state reps, activists, officers, minority officers, and trying to bring everybody together in partnership with the YMCA, Minnesota Safe Streets, Young People Task Force, and make it centered around the youth. We wanted to make it centered around youth. We wanted to hear their voices, their concerns, and this is all based off the youth. They wanted this to happen. They said, we want to do a roundtable. We want to talk about financial health and wellness. We want to talk about basic financial budgeting, how to fill out a job application. And I understand there's a lot of other organizations and other avenues they could go to get that, but this is another one where they could come to and just have their voices heard. That's the main goal here, is to have the young people's voices heard. They express concern as well too. When it comes to police brutality, the young people is under significant suffering. When it comes to cyberbullying, right? We probably didn't have to go through that as a growing up, or even our generations before us. But now that's a serious thing. Cyberbullying, and how detrimental that is to the mental health. And while we're on mental health, grieving, lack of spirituality. And they just wanted to talk about it. So we wanted to do a youth summit. And this is the first annual from the Young People Task Force, from the Unity Community Mediation Team. And this won't be the last one. We're trying to have this kicking off around the same year, around the same time each year, excuse me. And we also have a couple other things coming up as far as the Young People Task Force. But when you talk about police brutality, we want to actually understand the fact that it's real. I know Al McFarlane is talking about what's going on with the Department of Human Rights, and the fact that they actually found disparities within a community as far as police brutality and discrimination. So they found some policies or whatever they found. I have no idea about that. I'm not that politically savvy. I'm just trying to carry on the show, so we won't have people on standby. Just looking around. I don't even know if you guys can hear me actually, but again, definitely apologize. Al Flowers, the host of the show, will definitely be here in a brief moment. I just want to give y'all a quick update on what's to come. Saturday, it'll be from 9 to 5. Sunday, it'll be from 12 to 1 or 12 to 5. We'll have a barbecue. That'll be May 1st. So we'll have a barbecue for lunch or a supper today. We're just going to have a quick, 1 second here. 1 second, folks.
our Twitter account, also streaming it to our YouTube account. So we may have a little challenge at the moment with the audio, but Tom, I see you now, and I hear you quite well. So why don't you continue what you're saying of what's going to be going on over the course of the next hour or so, and tomorrow in particular. Go ahead.
All right, absolutely. So sorry about that. Like you said, it was a couple of things we're trying to figure out, trying to stream multiple different social media platforms. But we are hosting a youth summit, first annual youth summit. And we have a slew of community activists, community leaders, state reps, police officers, as well as the co-chairs and chairs of Young People Task Force with the Unity Community Mediation Team. And one of the main things that we want to reach out and actually talk about is the empowerment of youth. You know, letting the youth voices be raised, and let them sing as loudly as they possibly can, and give them different avenues and opportunities to better themselves and empower themselves, and give them as much information and education that we can, without holding them back. You know, they asked for this youth summit. They asked to be at the table to talk about the crime, violence, financial health and wellness, mental health, education, different other types of workshops, how to fill out a job application, art, videography, music. So it was like a multitude of things that the youth wanted to talk about for this youth summit. And so what we want to do is just touch on different things, and give them different avenues and outlets, so we can kick off the summer the right way.
Who's there so far? Is Al Flowers available, or any of the other youth summit leaders available yet?
Yes, Miles Wilson is available, absolutely, and he could definitely run down and give a better detailed summary of what's to take place here at the Youth Summit.
Let's bring him on.
Can you hear me?
Hey, Miles, how you doing, man?
I'm well. How are you?
The audio is a little bit convoluted because you're listening to me through the telephone. So you're listening to me through the telephone.
Yep.
But I'm hearing you straight live over television or over the computer. So there may be a little back and forth. Don't worry about it. I've got good audio and good video for you. And we are streaming this program live through to Black Press USA, also to the Insight News Facebook page, also to Black Press USA YouTube and Insight News YouTube.
Awesome.
So let's go to the why. Why is this conversation? Why is this summit important? What's the vision? What's the mission?
Definitely. So the why is this important for our young people? Because we'll be discussing topics such as financial literacy, career development and pathways. We'll be talking to different leaders so that our young people can see what that looks like for our people, such as Esther Agape, state representative for the North Minneapolis, Deanna Perkins, who is the director of the YMCA, PJ Hill, who is a vice chair of the NAACP Minneapolis chapter, as well as a financial analyst. And we'll have another representative from the NAACP Minneapolis chapter president as well. And so we'll be giving the young people an opportunity to see what it looks like to be in positions of power, but also talk about, what challenges do they think that they have that we can help, alleviate and kind of help bridge that gap to say, financial literacy. Maybe young people don't know how to invest their money or how to, open a bank account. And we'll be talking about that. So it's all about the development of our young people and empowering them. And that's why this is important.
And today, what's going to happen today? Today is going to be organized today, right? What events are scheduled for today?
So tonight is just a fun night for our young people. Really, what this is for our young people to kind of explore the YMCA in North Minneapolis, taking advantage of the amenities that there are to offer, such as the swimming pool, where there will be a lifeguard, the gymnasium, recording studios and video sessions to kind of gauge the interest of the young people to say, hey, there are some amenities within our community that they can utilize on a daily basis. So it's just really to open that up and kind of give it that fun kickoff start to our event, but also to kind of showcase what our youth center would be bringing to North Minneapolis as well once we open the doors to that. So it's kind of a preview to the youth center as well.
Talk about the youth center.
Yes, so the youth center is an initiative or a project that we started after servicing, various communities in Minneapolis and talking to young people. We hosted a series of community conversations, which took place in about 10 different communities. And resounding answers or the resounding ideas that have come to the table were from young people were they were looking for a safe space, a youth center that was a safe space for them to go to, and that would provide different amenities such as quiet spaces and quiet sessions. Maybe they don't get that in their neighborhood when they study at home or at night, and they would like a space where they can go to where they can just be in a quiet zone, or they can get tutors. We talked about fun recreational spaces for freelance artists. Me personally, I can appreciate that just because growing up, I didn't have the spaces to go to and paint a mural if I wanted to, or if I wanted to learn more about graphic design, which is something that I do now. I could have that space that would allow me to do so and learn more about that. But it's really a youth center that's going to be projected to be in North Minneapolis at the Willard Hay, the Gordon Center, which is called now the Gordon Center over on 16th and Penn Avenue, I believe. And so that's the area that we're targeting, and that's the area that we're looking to kind of open the ribbons for that youth center.
Miles, I think it's extremely important that you are in partnership with the YMCA. That YMCA in particular has had a focus on young people, and now it's broadening its focus to be intergenerational, maybe along the line it was when it was started, because it's creating a acknowledgement that we need to be together across generations, sharing wisdom, sharing successes, and finding a way to work through and work out challenges. And the kinds of amenities, the kinds of programs at that Y are exactly the right program and platform for us to be working together and being together. I really like what you said about having an evening where you just have some fun, swimming, the basketball court, your recording studio, inviting young people to be together and to talk about and be about creating the world that they have to create, that we have to create for each other. So I just want to compliment you and the team. Any thoughts? What impact has the announcement this week by the State Human Rights Department meant for you all? The department leveled charges in its report, confirming that the city of Minneapolis and the Minneapolis police department have in fact engaged in long-term racial discrimination and their abuse of Black people and the Black community.
Definitely. I like to say that that's something that, if you're part of the community, part of the demographic that you've recognized, whether you're my age, from the older generations and elders, or the younger generations and the next generation up, it's something that has been felt for a long time. And for that to be confirmed, the thought that I have is that now we can kind of really dig at some solutions. I want to kind of emphasize and highlight, the partnership with the Minneapolis Police Department on our end for the Young People's Task Force has been positive in terms of wanting to work on solutions, coming up with new ideas, working on the memorandum of agreement that was initially created back in 2003 and now is being revised again. I would like to say that, with that said, I think that the findings of what happened or what's been happening really now puts an emphasis and puts an urgency on finding these solutions or coming to a solution to kind of, alleviate, some of the history or I wouldn't say erase, but I would say, like I said, create new solutions for the police department itself. There's now a sense of urgency and projection to do something different. There's got to be a change, and so that's what we're working on. And again, so that partnership that we have with them has been great, but now I'm expecting, a little bit more push, a little bit more urgency to come up with these solutions.
It seems to me, Miles, that young people in particular and the community in general, that we're all kind of in a double bind. On the one, it's appropriate and normal that we want personal and family and neighborhood safety, and therefore we want people that we pay for to provide quality, compassionate service in the area of public safety. And we also have the issue that right now, some parts of our community, young people in particular, are in a mode that is not productive, that is dangerous. And so what do we do? Because I think we don't want to demonize Black people, Black young people. We don't want to demonize even ones that are doing wrong, because we don't believe that the wrong they may be doing is their nature. It's a situation. So how do we navigate in a way that's sane, that's positive, and that moves us towards healing and accountability, not only for ourselves, our sisters and brothers and our neighbors, but for the overall society as well? What do you think about that?
So what I think about that is something that I always say is that when you have limited resources, limited options, that creates, a space of negativity. And so that's exactly what we come together for now as the Young People's Task Force, to create things such as this youth summit. We have some future events planned, especially during the summer when it's warm outside. And we know that things tend to go down like negative paths and negative spirals. And so what we want to do is give those opportunities and resources back to our community so that we can find things for them to do. For example, when we saw COVID happen, we saw kids and young people having to adjust to life inside, completely inside. School was remote. Programs weren't open. Places that we would, as young people, would normally go do weren't open. And so when you have those kind of environments, you really, in a sense, create this essence for trouble. And that's what we're, trying to alleviate and create that solution to, is give back those same programs, resources, and just like we're doing tonight, opening up the Y to show, hey, you can come into the Y Monday through Friday and use these amenities all year round. So that's our goal, to kind of alleviate this our current city and community situation.
it's a good time to take a break. Is anybody else there ready to talk right now? Otherwise, we can wrap this up and let you guys go ahead and do the work that you're doing over there.
Yep.
What do you think?
Yeah. We have Al Flowers right here right now, so he's ready.
Hey, what's going on, Al?
Hey, how you doing, man?
All right. Just trying to.
The hybrid, we're trying to use two different platforms simultaneously, and we're working it out by using both the telephone and this. Are you able to see me at all or not?
No, I can't see you, but I can hear you clearly.
It's okay, but I'm seeing you, and that's great. We're able to stream you and me live on our channel, on our platform, so that's good. So what I want to do is just take the next 15 minutes before we close this part out and just get more conversation from you on the importance of this, why it's necessary to have this conference, and what kind of expectations do you have as outcomes of this event?
Well, thank you, Al, and thank Inside News for always continuing to cover the news in our community. It's important, it's about developing relationships, and this relationship that we started with the Y, and opening up the space for our young people is very important. And that's what we're trying to do here today. Today is just a kickoff, and kids could come to the Y if they want, and swim and play and eat lunch and do things what the Y generally do for younger kids. Tomorrow, it's about getting to tomorrow, because tomorrow will be a day where Representative Agaji and PJ Hill will be coming to talk about financial literacy, and the NAACP will come and talk about their membership. And Alicia Smith, who's a park board commissioner, and it's about introducing them to that world there, Al, that they sometimes they don't know about or get to. And like our young people task force with Miles and AJ and Nick, Nicholas, and Laziah and Anthony, who you interviewed. It's about putting them with the right people as we continue to move on. You know, I did a little talk on your show this afternoon, and because every day we have different issues. And Al, I tell you, when I did that with your show, doing your show, they did right outside my house. It was a shooting out there where two cars were shooting at each other. They didn't hit each other, but they hit two different cars, one of our Somali brothers and sisters, and one of our Latino brothers and sisters. And I'm just fortunate. I'm glad that they didn't get killed, because the bullet went right through the window. It went right through the middle of the window, like it would have went through the middle of person forehead. And so that means it ricocheted off the hood and went straight through that window. And this guy had just got off work. I'm not talking about a block away from my house. I'm saying outside my house, across the street. And so when we doing these things here, what we doing now is to keep communicating to our community, like you said to Miles. We don't want to demonize nobody, but what are we gonna do, Al? So
Question, you know, and I'm so sorry to hear about that incident. Were the people in the car when the shooting took place? The
Yes,
ones,
yeah.
the Somali brother, the Latino brother, were they actually in their car?
They were actually in the car, Al. And I mean, the one window was shot out of the Somali member's car, and he had 5 people in the car. He had 5, and they shot out the side door window. I don't know how they survived and and nobody got hit. That was God. Uh, and then, like I said, the Latino, he got damage to his hood and his windshield. A bullet hole straight through it, and they shot his tire out. Now they weren't shooting at them, but that's what happened, and that's what we're dealing with right now. So it was, and I actually called law enforcement. I called them because it took them quite a while to get there, and then when I talked, there's just not enough police officers in the city right now to cover this what's going on because we down to like 200 cops from 800 or 800, really 600. That's the last count was 650. And now we down to 2 something. And the way things are going now with the human rights finding and, people got feelings, the police got feelings too. And it's very dangerous for our community right now, but not just for ours, but for everybody. And that's what we finding out.
Well, let you go ahead and get back to the conference today. I'm wishing you all a very successful youth conference. I want to make sure that sometime tomorrow we connect with the presentations by Representative Agbaje and members of the Unity Community Mediation Team and others that are there. So let's hook up later on today and keep this conversation going.
And I thank you, Al, for helping us do the kickoff. I call it the kickoff with communication and just being out there and telling people to come and join us tomorrow all from 10 to 5 at the Northside YMCA and bring your kids. It'll be activities for kids, but we have to come together and do something. And then on Sunday, we'll have a teamwork here because one of the things we want to do during these couple of days, it's their first time doing something like this, but we want kids to work, and they're paying them $15 an hour this summer. So who's ever listening, and you got kids that want to work and try to stay away from the craziness, we want to get them to work. And we want to be security for them. We have to be the security and say, let our kids work. They don't deserve what's happening, and we got to fix it and we got to straighten it out. So this is just a start. This is a start here, and we're gonna get it right, and we're gonna do it right. And thank you, Al, and thanks for sending the photographer over to make sure he get because it's a day that we will treasure for a long time. And Al, before you cut off the interview, I got Ron here from the YMCA, and he's going to be a big part of our communication in the future. And I'd like you to ask him what he's thinking because he works with a lot of young kids. He have them on Tuesday and Thursday. He got a lot of youth group that he's working with, and we sure want the Y to say something because they are a partner in this endeavor. And shout out to the CEO, Glenn Gunderson, who's did anything we asked for. He makes sure we got it, and also over here where we at the Northside Y, Deanna and Ron seem like to be the one always in the community trying to make something good happen. So I wouldn't want to shut this part down without him saying something from the YMCA perspective, and continue to work with us. And I'll get in touch with you later, so we'll be ready to get going tomorrow.
Well, let's listen. Let's do this. I would like you to leave your live stream going on your Facebook page, but turn the phone off. I'll turn my phone off, and you use your phone to dial into the StreamYard link that I sent you. And then I'll talk to Ron through your phone. He can be sitting in front of your feed as well.
Oh,
So can you, I want to read something for you, because I was reading before we got on, reading more of this book. You can see it. I'm going to read more about that. And then while I'm doing that, you sign off and take your phone and sign on to the StreamYard link. And give Ron that. I'll have him brought into my studio that way.
Oh, on my phone. Yeah. Yep. Anthony's gonna do it right now, Al.
And I'll see him when he comes on. That'll be great. And I'll keep the stream going for your audio.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, great.
All right.
Yeah, great.
Okay.
So you probably are not going to be able to hear me while he's setting that up. But as soon as he gets, okay. So let me do this while we go back. I started off by reading this piece about the book. On
You got it? Huh?
first of all, let's get more feedback to that.
Yeah, we can. You hung it up. Nah, yeah. No, he's saying go to the StreamYard. Let you get here, Ron. They gonna fix it up. He's the tech man. Y'all the tech man. I'm on this. No, he just gonna probably ask you a couple of questions. That's what we supposed to do. They do. Anybody that comes is supposed to just talk. So it ain't really in no hour interview.
The math doesn't do anything.
Sorry. That's what we got to do around here.
Well, I understand. I appreciate it.
No problem. Stop it.
I thank you for allowing me to come in.
Oh, don't worry. You got it? Want to talk? Going with the phone.
You're gonna interview on the phone, over the phone. You're gonna ask you questions.
Your face is gonna come up.
Okay.
Call
So
them.
don't look here.
No, no.
Look here.
Yeah, but it's on scale screen over there.
Okay.
So, you wanna say you in the show yet?
It says no. It says you're backstage.
Yeah, gotta let you in. All right, Ron, what's your last name?
Tolliver. Tolli. V is in victory. ER.
So you're looking at, is he gonna be on there?
I guess.
Oh.
So I guess I'm gonna be looking here at this.
What's your title for the YMCA?
Youth program manager.
You got a business card, like everyone here, I'll send you these pictures, you got an email address.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, just, listen, give me his email address, I'll send you a couple of pictures, hopefully, just put it on a, thank you.
Hey, brother.
The minutes is over, can I want to get a shot of all you guys.
No problem.
Mr. Frawley, I'd like to get a picture of all you guys around the mic and so that, if you won't mind, I don't know if you, I want to thank you guys up at home. Just telling me to get something different, I thought that would be.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Al? He's on there, he's backstage. Did you send a different one? Hey, here, Tom, you used that old link? What we did this morning, that show I did this morning? Yeah, he finna do it right now.
Hey, that's the only link I seen, huh?
Yeah, he finna send a new one right now. With your phone.
Sure.
I just want to ask.
No, I don't. I brought it up. Al bought it, so it's for here. So definitely help yourself.
Yeah. Oh, no, I
Help
I
yourself.
don't
Help
want to say
yourself,
something,
Will.
but that's the way I was brought up.
That's right.
Even in my,
Yeah. Are we? I can go grab them.
Right.
Let me go grab them.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, no, don't give him the song. Let's wait till the studio, get the studio on. There we go. Now it's Hey, brother, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how much can you see me too or not?
Where am I looking at this? All right. Is that you? Yeah, I can see you. I can see you now.
Okay, great. Thank you for being the host for this important event. I'm sorry for the audio. Look at the camera. Nope. Okay, but look into your camera though. There you go. That's it. So talk about the YMCA, all the things you guys are doing up there now.
I've been here since November. New youth program manager here at the Harold Moselle North Community YMCA. We're doing a plethora of things from robotics with the kids, music production, graphic design. We also have a 3D digital. We have two 3D digital grids here. We are in the process of preparing for our sneaker ball, which is May 21st, and just trying to be a service to the community at these trying times right now.
Describe that. What do you, when you say trying times, what are you thinking about?
Just the violence that's going on in the community.
You don't want me. Go ahead.
Yeah, just the violence that's been happening in the neighborhood, in the community, for a while now, and just seeing that the surrounding areas, they're not understanding what we need here, and we need here is more people to understand that there are good people here in this community. It's just that we have some bad seeds here. That's all, and just trying to also uplift the community and let them know that this is a good community. This is a great community. We have great things going on. It's just kind of being plagued with all the violence lately. So, on top of the injustice that's going on too, the systemic racism that's going on as well. Our kids are go ahead.
Are you hopeful? What is the path to healing and restoration from your point of view? How do you see us getting to where we're supposed to be as families, as community, as a culture?
As a whole, I see a future. I see something bright because I see these kids that come in here at the Y, just so happy to be here, and just to see their faces light up, to see some of the staff. And when it's time to go, they're kind of sad. They gotta leave, but we always let them know if it's not a Friday that we'll see you tomorrow. Um, so there's hope here. There's hope. I do see.
Hey, listen, let me have you just make an invitation to the community to come and enjoy and support and benefit from this institution, the North Community Wide NCA.
Yes. I definitely encourage the community to come on down. Come on down. We will be open tomorrow. Looking for the community to come on out and let us meet you. Let us see what we can do for you. Let's see what we can partner and do for each other. Um, I remember back in the day where this community, it was, the Miss Jones down the street, knew Miss Gladys down the street, and everybody in between knew them two ladies. So it was just so much respect. And I think we got to get back to that. I think we got to get back to just respecting ourselves, respecting our elders, respecting the young people respecting us as well. So as much as the negativity seems I see that's going on, I can see a future. I can see a bright future over here on the north side. So I encourage everybody to come on out. Definitely.
Ron, let me close with this. I always love to have my guests tell their personal story. And so take a minute and close out by talking about Ron Tolliver and how you came to be in the position you're in as a champion and an advocate and a leader in the YMCA.
So I moved here about 30 years ago, 93, originally from Chicago, Illinois. Like I said, I remember when this community was just so full of love and grace and just, I mean, it didn't matter what color you was, it didn't matter what you had, people was always there to help. And, you know, people would just say hello and say hi. It wasn't never a mean mug. It was never intimidation filled. It was never none of that. And when I moved here, I thought I was literally in a whole nother the suburbs. I thought I was in the suburbs when I moved here, North Minneapolis, if you can believe that. So I felt that I kind of made it. I had an opportunity to go to school. I went to North High. I graduated from Henry High. I was able to go off to college. I was able to come back here. I was able to work downtown Minneapolis when it was fun to go downtown Minneapolis and not have to worry about if any bad thing was going to happen. I remember Juneteenth when everybody with the parades going down Penn and going to Work Park, and everybody's having their little tables out and celebrating Juneteenth. And us as a people was just happy, and it was a good time. It was a real good time back in those days, and it's crazy that I say back in those days because I don't feel like I'm an elder, but I'm a granddad now, and I never thought I would be a granddad. So I'm gaining these titles as I grow here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's sad to see all of this tragic going on here because this was the place to be if you wanted to raise a family and get a good education.
Ron?
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for your leadership and your service. So I'm going to continue this conversation tomorrow and tell everybody there that we are proud of them for what they're doing.
Definitely.
And we will connect. And from time to time tomorrow go live to bring and extend this wonderful conversation to the many over our social media platforms.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hey, Al. Al. Al.
Thank you, man.
Yep. Al,
Take care. Bye-bye.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had Nick here, you
Yes,
know,
go ahead, Al.
I had Nick here, you know, Nick is now
I
one,
hear you.
Nick is one of our EMTs now, Nick Island, Nick Martin, but the other grandson of Ray. So we have one more if you got time to get one more in. Nick is here.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, bring it on,
Let's
Nick.
do it.
See, he don't,
Bring it in.
he don't,
I'm gonna try to switch cameras too. I'm not sure how to do this.
yeah, here come Nick right now, Al. Pick that. And I think you look right in there, Nick. Okay.
I have to.
Hey Al, how are you?
Okay. Hey Nick, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Actually, I'm doing this a little bit differently from before.
Okay.
And let's see if you're muted. Do you hear me, y'all, Nick? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, and I'm not hearing you. to, I know why. Hold on. I'm trying to actually do this part.
Can you hear me now?
StreamYard. So, and what you can do is turn the volume. Well, are you hearing a double voice or not?
No, I just hear you once.
I do. Yeah. I'm trying to talk to you directly through my StreamYard as opposed to through the other feed.
Okay.
You're just hearing one?
Yes.
Okay. Listen, thank you for being here. Just go ahead and talk about what your expectations are for the work that you all are doing with the task force.
I would say our expectations are reducing the violence in Minneapolis, definitely getting some transformation within the Minneapolis Police Department. And then I would also say just bringing the community back together and making things more safe in the community.
What are the challenges?
Right now, I mean, I would say one of our biggest challenges is just getting everybody involved. And I would say another one of our challenges is just really our number one challenge, I would say, is getting the community involved for change in it.
I told Al Flowers and others this morning in my program that I had a conversation with one of my daughters who works over at North Point. And she was saying how North Point instituted a security arrangement where they hired a black company to have some young brothers escort anybody that's a customer at North Point from their job to the parking lot, to the parking ramp, or if customers were coming and parking, where they could see them, they'd go out and meet them, open the door, and escort them back to their car. And this was particularly useful when it was dark. It got dark at 4 o'clock, 4:30, and older people, women, younger people, anybody has got to be a little concerned right now because of all of the hype around crime in the community. And they were concerned as an institution at North Point about purse snatchings or carjackings. What you told me was that it changed the whole atmosphere of both the employees and the customers. Everybody immediately felt very positive and protected and secure and safe because they invested in hiring these young brothers and sisters to be escorts and to give that sense of security. So the point of this long story is this. You all on Sunday are promoting a job fair. That's a wonderful thing. But what if you all, the Young People's Task Force and the organizations that you are associated with, have the capacity to generate 2,000 jobs this summer, or 3,000 jobs, or 4,000 jobs, so that every young person, 12, 13, 14, and older, whatever the legal age is, could work and make some money and have the dignity of earning an income. How do we get that idea to be one that our community embraces fully and then goes to bat on your behalf, on our behalf, to get the public policy and public funding to make it so? What do you think, Dick?
I think that is a beautiful thing. I think, I don't know who would be opposed to that. That's our number one problem too, as well. I mean, if more youth had jobs, I mean, we would have less violence. I mean, it's as simple as that. And when young people get jobs, there's so many things that comes with it, like you said, dignity, pridefulness, and a lot of the things that they're doing right now would be it'd just be less of it. I mean, like the purse snatchings and the car the cars being stolen, all of that would come to a decline just because, I mean, people are hungry right now. And if we were able to be successful this Sunday in getting that amount of people jobs, I mean, it would do huge things for the community.
Well, listen, Nick, I want to thank you for what you're doing, and thank you and the whole team. I'm proud of all of you. I know that our community is in good hands because all of you, you and the team, represent a positive, productive, responsible, and accountable energy. And what you're doing, you're not doing because somebody told you to do it. From where I stand, now I look at it, you're doing it because you know what must be done for ourselves and our families and our community, and you're not afraid to stand up for what is right downtown or in the community. And I think that's a wonderful thing. Listen, I'll let you guys get back to your program, getting organized for tonight. Have some fun, enjoy the YMCA, and do the things and get ready for your program tomorrow. I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
Sounds good. Thank you for your time.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good job.
Well, that's our coverage for today. Thanks to Al, thank you, and all the people here. This has been a good program. We have to work the technology out a little bit better tomorrow, but this is good.
Yeah.
And we can make this happen.
Yes, and let me thank you again with Insight for continuing to cover what we're doing in this Minnesota Safe Street YMCA, unity and community, and we all trying to work together, Al. So thank Insight News for making sure that we get the information out, and we look forward to working with you tomorrow.
Okay, good enough. We'll see you. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, thank you. There we go. Got it done. Got it done.
Now, you're an EMS, sir?
EMT.
I'm in EMS training right now.
Oh, I see.
And then I have an interview to be a firefighter next month.
Oh, you're blessed, my friend.
You
Thank
got
you.
the interview already?
Yeah, on the 17th. I meant to call you. I did call you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got my interview on the 17th.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
What about your boy?
he hasn't gotten any confirmation yet.
But he in the EMT though.
Yeah, we're in the classes.
We love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all, that's how you gonna come up, man.
Yeah.
That's how you gonna come up. Be a great thing. That's a great thing there.
Well, I appreciate it, Mr. Flowers, and,
And you'll be here tomorrow too, boss.
well, it all depends, because they want me to get the representative, but my new car, I got a brand new car, the engine dropped out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they didn't set it in right. I'm going down the road,
Oh, it fell out?
fell right out.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. So
Wow.
we're down to one car, and I don't know what time.
It starts at 10. The first presenter, PJ Hill, presents at 11:30. The representative presents at 12, and then somebody presents
Yeah,
at
see,
1.
the problem is, we're down to one car. My wife works at Lund's, and she doesn't start until 2, so that messes me up trying to,
Yeah,
I want to do this, but,
yeah.
and if I can, I'll
You
just
can
say,
pack us up.
he just said, let's just go with the interview today and whatever. I'm sorry about that,
Yeah. We